Hey everybody, what's going on? Helmite here, bringing you another video from Grab the Lantern today. Today I wanted to talk about counter drafting and why you should be paying attention to your opponent's draft as well as your own while playing the game. And this is a very simple reasoning, actually, in that knowing what your opponents are trying to do and realizing what champions they have is a lot more useful than people seem to take credit for. A lot of times people seem to think, as long as I get a good lane matchup, I'm fine, right? As long as I can play Darius into their Garen or Renekton into their Kled, I'm gonna win this lane, no problem. And then when they hit late game and mid game team fights, they suddenly realize, wow, why are we losing? I was so good in lane, what happened? Or, what's even worse for some teams, we were so far up at one point and now we just can't win team fights, what's going on? And the reason for this is basically that the enemy team has a stronger composition than yours, or they have facets of their composition that you just can't deal with. For example, actually take this game that we're currently watching. So in this game, I'm playing Darius up in the top lane, and we don't have very many assassins or aggressive divers that can pin a target down. We do have Echo. He can kind of get in on people and do some damage, but his time to burst is very, very long. He doesn't have any hard crowd control outside of landing a great W stun, which is difficult to do. And the enemy team has a Kalista. Now, our front line is Jax, who is not going to be that tanky, and Darius, who has no initiation, no follow-up, no ability to start a fight whatsoever outside of like a flash pull or something. And the enemy team has a Kalista. Kalista is untouchable in this game. We have no way of getting on her, we have no way of holding her in place, and she'll just be able to hop away, lifesteal back to full, and proceed to kill us while the Darius tries to run her down, basically, with his 0 movement speed. So, and that's exactly what happens in this game, with the Kalista is essentially the reason we lose the game, regardless of how well we do in lane. And it's because, quite frankly, we weren't looking at the enemy team composition. We were only looking at individual lanes. I'm looking at, oh, hey, can I do something in the top lane? Mid's saying, oh, can I do something in the mid lane? And we don't respect the Kalista pick until it's already too late. We have nothing we can do about it. And so what I'm saying is, pay attention to everything that the enemy comp is drafting before making your own pick. So for example, if you see the enemy team have a Caitlyn in their first round, you're waiting on your pick. They have a Caitlyn in the first round, and then they draft, let's say, a Xerath and a Nami. That's pretty much the makings of a poke comp right there. And so the enemy team will have excellent poke, they'll have excellent siege, they'll be able to really bully you guys off your towers. So at this point, you should be thinking, even though they haven't picked their top lane matchup, assuming you're playing top lane, hey, they're playing poke, we're going to need a hard initiation, and we're going to need good team fight if we want to beat these guys, because otherwise they'll set up on objectives and we won't be able to do anything. If I play Garen or Darius in this matchup, there's nothing I'm going to be able to do. I won't be able to get in and stop them because they'll just kite backwards and we lose that fight. Conversely, if you pick someone with hard initiation, like Malphite, you might have a chance to actually get in and disrupt their whole strategy before they can even set it up. So you pick the Malphite. And this means that your team is going to be a lot stronger in these mid-game and late-game team fights, even though you yourself will be weaker in lane. Especially because now the enemy team has the chance for a counterpick, and if you're picking Malphite into a matchup you know is bad, well, obviously that's not a good thing. However, it does mean that your team has a better chance in the mid game. So unless the enemy team can snowball you super hard early, which is a rarity, they won't be in quite as good a spot. Now, conversely, if I'm thinking only for myself, I might think, well, I haven't seen their top lane yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and lock, let's say, Quinn. I'm just going to pick Quinn. And Quinn in this matchup is going to be absolutely worthless because she can't get in on the poke champions. So basically what I'm saying is, take a look at what people are playing on the enemy team as well as what they're playing on your own team in order to get good counter picks, in order to get good team synergy, so that by the time mid-game and late-game rolls around, you have the opportunity to make plays and to help counter your opponent's strategy before they have a chance to use it. The draft exists for a reason. You can see the enemy champion picks for a reason, and this is it right there. Let me know what you guys think about this. I'm curious as to how many of you people actually do look at this when you're going into your draft. I know I don't, and I just started thinking about this. So let me know what you guys think of this this topic. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you like the video, please go ahead and leave a like. If you really like the video, consider subscribing. I upload a video every Monday and Friday, and also on patch days. Once again, thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will talk to you all later.